Hello everyone, welcome back to another English literature video, and today we are looking at the 2023 predictions. Now, starting off with Macbeth, we have the following questions. The first one reads, how does Shakespeare present the theme of kingship? Again, this is something which hasn't been explored in thorough detail, but again it's a high possibility in your upcoming exams. And for you to look at this and prepare, you may want to look at Act 4, Scene 3, where Malcolm and Macduff discuss Macbeth's tyrannical reign in Scotland. The second one, how does Shakespeare present Macbeth as a tragic hero? And you should be looking at Act 5, Scene 5, where Macbeth learns about the death of Lady Macbeth and that Birnam Wood has begun to move. And the third possible question is, how does Shakespeare present the theme of guilt? Again, how many times have students done past paper questions to do with the theme of guilt? Now, you want to look at Act 2, Scene 2, where Macbeth returns to Lady Macbeth after killing Duncan. And they discuss his horror and feelings of guilt. So again, these are all predictions, and don't just simply revise these specific acts and scenes, but do make sure you cover all areas of the novel. Now, it's something which you should prepare for, and again, it's a possibility for your upcoming exams. And to those of you studying A Christmas Carol, we have the following questions. How does Dickens present the importance of kindness in society? And you want to be focusing on Stave 5, where Scrooge is full of joy and praises a young boy as he sends him to buy a prize turkey for the Cratchit's family. The second one, how does Dickens present the importance of guilt or regret in helping Scrooge change his ways? And here you want to be looking at Stave 4. The ghost of Christmas yet to come reveals Scrooge's grave to him. So again, this is something which is a possibility for the literature exam on Christmas Carol. And finally, how does Dickens present the importance of family? And you want to be looking at Stave 4, where the Cratchit family grieved the loss of Tiny Tim. So again, these are some of the possible areas for the exam to test you on. Again, none of these questions are guaranteed. Okay, so don't just rely your revision solely based on this. But again, these are possible exam questions which are yet to come up. And for Inspector Calls, to those of you studying Inspector Calls, how does Priestley present the inspector as a powerful character or a force for good? And also, how does Priestley present the different attitudes and views of the younger generation and the older generation? So this is a possible question for your 2023 English literature exams. And finally, how does Priestley present Eva Smith as a character who represents the struggles of women or the working class? So this is something that can appear. So as mentioned, these are the three possible questions for an Inspector Calls. Again, please revise the themes, look at the key quotations, make sure the character analysis that you've done for each character is detailed and thorough, because something like this could appear in your upcoming exams. And to those of you studying Power and Conflict, so the 15 poems for your anthologies, these are some of the possible questions for you to revise and practice. Number 1, compare how the power of the natural world is presented in Storm on the Island and one other poem. The second one, compare how the power or importance of identity is presented in Checking Out Me History and one other poem. And the last one is compare how the power of memory is presented in The Emigre and one other poem. So these are my predictions again for the Power and Conflict for the AQA GCSE English Literature exams, which are going to be sat next week. So these are some areas for you to explore and prepare for. But remember, like I said, don't just rely on this and revise these specific questions. Of course, you need to go over the key themes, the key quotations, the character analysis, and ensure you are doing practice papers under timed conditions. The literature exam goes really quickly because you have so much to write, so make sure you use that time wisely and make sure you write the best possible answer you can. So in terms of a guide or some top tips, identify the focus of the question. And what I would always say is to write down any synonyms and alternative ways of referring to the focus. And in your essay, begin by highlighting and to summarize in simple terms, you need to be precise with your essays. So remember the assessment objectives AO1, which is referring to your quotations. AO2 is the use of methods. Remember, when we look at methods, it includes three areas. So again, it's language, it includes structure, and it also includes form. So this is what we mean for AO2. You need to explore this in your essays. And also you need to look at the meanings. So what are the meanings created from this? You need to explore this in thorough detail. And then AO3 is context. So we've spoken about that already. So what do we mean by context here? So it's quite simply the historical or social context, the key themes or ideas, and the writer's intention. So this is required for AO3, and you need to show in-depth exploration here. And remember, I forgot to mention here, AO1 is of course using your quotations. So remember to explore all three areas for you to get the top marks for your literature essays. And also identify and define any keywords in the model essay. So there could be words that you did not know or words that will help deepen your analysis. And plan. Always plan your answers because it will help you have a nice structured and organized answer. And remember, when you are analyzing, make sure you have a point which is relevant to the question, support it with a short quotation, and then explore the methods used. Okay, so this is something for you to look at and discuss in further detail. And that is all that we have in terms of our prediction for the upcoming GCSE English literature. We are going to be doing a predicted paper for English language, which is being sat in June, specifically the 5th and the 12th of June. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share for more.